Should you rent or buy a home in 2025? Rochester's real estate landscape has shifted dramatically in the past couple of years, from rising interest rates to increasing rental costs. So you might be wondering which path is best. Hi, I'm Kelly Domaille with Domaille Real Estate. It's one of the most common questions I get asked lately, and today we're going to unpack the realities of both of those options, especially here in southeastern Minnesota. Stick with me if you've been going back and forth on whether buying a home is right for you or if renting still makes more sense, because I'm going to break it all down with real examples and what's happening right now in our local market. And if you still have questions after this video, do not hesitate to reach out to me personally. Hi guys, I'm Kelly Domaille, and my husband and I own Domaille Real Estate at eXp Realty here in Rochester, Minnesota. And I have helped hundreds of clients on both sides of this dilemma, renting versus buying. And I get that it's not always black and white. And what I've learned is that it's not just about interest rates or mortgage payments. It's about your lifestyle, your goals, and your financial readiness. So let's walk through both renting and buying, especially for Rochester locals, and see what fits best for you in 2025. So what are the biggest financial differences between renting and buying in 2025? Renting might seem more affordable upfront, especially when you get to avoid down payments or property taxes, but over time, renting is 100% expense. There's no return on that money. And right now in Rochester, the average rent for a 3-bedroom apartment is around $1,800 to $2,200 a month. Meanwhile, buying a similar home with about 5 to 10% down could mean monthly mortgage payments in a similar range, depending on the interest rate and taxes. But the key difference is with buying, the payment is going towards your ownership and building your own equity. Plus, there are some loan programs available that allow buyers to even get in and purchase a home with little or no money down. Now, there are some hidden costs of homeownerships that renters get to avoid, but what are they and is it worth it? When you own a home, you're responsible for the maintenance and the upkeep of the home, homeowner's insurance, property taxes, and sometimes even association fees if you live in a homeowners association. With that said though, many homes, especially new construction around Rochester, are designed with energy efficiency and low maintenance in mind, which can really help reduce some of those utility costs. Now, renters, on the other hand, typically avoid those unexpected maintenance and repair costs, but they're at the mercy of landlords when it comes to rent increases and lease terms. So, is 2025 a good time to buy in Rochester, or should you still wait? Well, it depends on your long-term goals. If you're planning to stay in the area for at least 3 to 5 years or more, buying now still makes strong financial sense, even with the interest rates a little bit higher than they were maybe a couple years ago. Why? Well, because Rochester continues to grow and home values here have remained resilient thanks to big anchor businesses like the Mayo Clinic. The historical data shows homes in Rochester have appreciated steadily over time, which has helped buyers build equity and wealth. In fact, if someone purchased a $300,000 home in southeastern Minnesota just 3 years ago, that same home today would likely cost $345,000 to $360,000 based on the average annual appreciation rates of around 5 to 6%. So waiting could actually mean that you end up paying more later, not less. Now, what lifestyle factors should influence your decision to rent or buy? Well, for many of our clients, especially physicians, families relocating from Mayo, or professionals considering the schools, owning provides the stability and the customization that they want. You can't renovate or garden freely in a rental. On the flip side, if your job is temporary or you're unsure about long-term plans, renting can offer that much-needed flexibility. And one of our clients recently rented in the downtown area while finishing their medical fellowship and then purchased a home once they knew they secured a permanent role. Now, another client moved here from another state and wasn't quite sure what neighborhoods they wanted to consider purchasing in until they had a chance to really get a feel for the area. Now, they chose to do a short-term rental for around 6 months to provide themselves the time needed so that they could do their due diligence. It's really about what stage you're in and what matters most to you right now. So how can you decide what's right for you? We'll start with a clear look at your finances, your timeline, and your lifestyle goals. Then give us a call. We understand the local neighborhoods, loan programs, and what's happening in the market. This isn't a one-size-fits-all answer, but when you have the right information, it becomes so much easier to move forward confidently, whether that means renting or buying. If you'd like to know more about renting or buying in Rochester, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on future videos, and follow us on all of our socials. And if you specifically liked this video, please make sure to hit that like button. And of course, if you have questions or comments, put those down below as well. I'm Kelly Domaille with Domaille Real Estate at eXp Realty. Thanks again for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video.